Welcome to the data entry section of the setup. In this section, we will learn how to enter data into the application. The data entry feature allows you enter the information of staff, students, legal guardians, and other information into the software. To enter data, locate the Data Entry tab on the menu header. Under the Data Entry tab are various categorization. These are staff and student info, legal guardian, assigned subjects and classes, class attendance, class level percentage and excursions. We will begin with staff info. Here, you can save the names and other essential details of every staff of the school. To add a staff information, click on Staff Info under Data Entry and then, click on Add/Edit Staff. A page opens. This page allows you to record every needed information of a member of staff for the school. To successfully add a staff info, fill out this form correctly. We will begin with the staff identification number. You can allow the application generate an identification number for you by clicking on Generate. The System Numbers feature under Setup, S2V, enables the application to generate ID numbers. Or, you can type in the number. Next, type in the last name of the staff. And then, his or her first name. If he or she has other names, type it in the Other Name column. I used Igboco Philip T as my example in this tutorial. Next, select the gender of the staff from the drop-down menu. Indicate his or her date of birth. I used February 6, 1990 as my example in this tutorial. Indicate the staff designation, that is the particular role the staff plays. Data in the drop-down menu here are from the staff designation in the S2V setup. Then select the title of the staff from the drop-down in the title column. Data in the drop-down menu here are from the title setup under S2V. I selected Mr. Next, is the SSN column. That is the social security number of the staff. Then, type the date the staff was appointed, and the date he or she was employed. Select the academic year the school is in. If this staff teaches, click on the box in front of the phrase, is teaching staff. The staff info feature also enable you to upload a picture of the staff you are adding. To upload an image, click on the Choose Image or Browse tab, under the human icon on the left side of your screen. And then, choose the particular image you want to upload. The uploaded image should be displayed on the page. Click on Save and continue to move to the last part of the form. Here, you will type in the address of the staff. For the sake of emergency situations, type the name of the person who should be informed in such situations in the column called Emergency Contact Person. I used Mrs. Yvonne Igboco as my example in this tutorial. Type in the emergency contact person's phone number. Next, type in the staff office telephone number. And then, his home phone number. Lastly, type in his or her email address. Click on Save to save staff info. To view your entries or record, click on View Staff under Staff Info of the Data Entry tab. A table will be displayed. If you are a first-time user, your table will only display the entry you have made. The highlighted name is the name I just added as my example in this tutorial. You can delete a record, whenever the need arises, by clicking on the delete icon in the form of a trash bin, in the top left corner of the table. Click OK if you are certain on deleting. The deleted name should no longer be displayed. Thank you for your attention. The software allows you add some supplementary details to the information of every member of staff. Information such as his or her qualifications and work history, as well as other details. To add these supplementary info, locate staff info under data entry and click on add/edit staff. A page opens. To add these supplementary info, search for the member of staff in the search box by using one of the three search modes. These search modes are staff ID, last name, and primary phone number. In this tutorial, I will search by staff ID. I used the ID number of 2092. Then, click on the search button. Details of the staff will be filled in the columns. The supplementary info menus are on the second part of the form. Click on Save and continue to move to the last part of the form. These are teachers' classes, past employment, subjects taught, qualifications, past positions and relations. Teachers' classes are the classes taught by the teacher. Select the academic year, select the class, then click on Save. I selected Class 1 and Class 2. To delete a record, click on the trash icon on the right side of the table. Click on Close to move to the next supplementary info. This is past employment. Record his or her past employment history in the pop-up page that is displayed. Indicate the reason for the staff leaving his or her previous organization and click on Save. The information will be displayed in the table below. You should delete a record whenever necessary. Next, is subjects taught by the teacher. Click on it and fill in the page that is displayed. You can save as many subjects as necessary. Close the page to move to the next menu. This is qualifications. Type in the institution completed, the program studied, and his or her certificate. Indicate the begin and end date of his or her studies in the institution. Click on Save to save entries. The information will be displayed in the table. Next, is past positions. That is any professional positions the individual may have occupied. Indicate the start date, and the end date of the particular position the individual held. Then, type the name of the position. I used secretary in this tutorial. Click on the Save button and close the page to move to the last item. This is relations. That is any relations of the staff. Fill in the details required, that is name, phone number, email address, and the type of relationship he or she has with the staff. Click on the Save button to save entries made. Finally, click on the Save button the main page to update staff info. Thank you for your attention. Let us move on to student info. In this tutorial we will learn how to add a student information. To add a student info, move your mouse to the Data Entry tab and then locate Student Info. Then, click on Add/Edit Student. A page opens. To add a new student info, you must correctly fill out this form. Upload an image of the student whose information you are about to record by clicking on the Choose Image or Browse tab. Select the image of your choice and upload. The uploaded image should be seen on the page. Next, is the identification number of the student. You can let the system generate an ID for the student. Or, type in the ID number of your choice. Then, type the first name of the student. I used Abina as my example in this tutorial. Type the last name. Select the gender of the student. If he or she has other names, type it in the other name column. Then, select the religion he or she belongs to. Indicate his or her date of birth. I used October 14, 2008 as my example in this tutorial. Select the class he or she is in from the drop-down in class. Data in the drop-down were obtained from information put under Setups, Levels/Classes. Then, select the nationality of the student. Data in the nationality drop-down are from countries of A to C setup. Next, select the academic year the school is in. When bills and payment are processed for a student, the current balance of the student is indicated in this column. Indicate the admission date of the student. I used September 21, 2015 as my example in this tutorial. Then, indicate the status of the student. Data in this drop-down are from the student status feature of Setups S2V. Click on Save and continue to save the details entered in the first part of the form. The last part of the form is Notes. Here you add any needed information about the student. Click on the Save button to save all details entered. The student info will be saved successfully. To view the newly added student, locate Student Info under the Data Entry tab and then click on View Student. You can search for the newly added student by scrolling through the pages. Or simply type in the class in the search column. The eSchool application allows you to record some information about students such as medical and bill information. To do that, locate Add/Edit Student under Student Info. Search for the student you would like to edit or add a supplementary information to by choosing one of the search modes. That is, search by student ID, class, or last name. In this tutorial, I searched by last name of the student. I used the last name Sana as my example in this tutorial. Click on the search button and the details of the student will be seen in the columns of the form. The supplementary information is on the second part of the form. These are allergies, bill info, disabilities, and siblings. To record data on a student allergies, click on the Allergies tab. Type in the name of the allergy and then click on Save. The newly added allergy will be seen in the table. You can edit or delete the record whenever necessary. Click on Close to move to the next supplementary info. The next is the bill info. This contains information about a student bills and payments. If a bill has been generated for a student, his or her balance will be displayed in the columns. Next, is the disabilities info. Click on it and indicate in the pop-up window that automatically appears the disability this particular student has. If the student has no disability, you can simply type in no disability. The last supplementary info is siblings. This enables you indicate if this particular student has siblings in the school. Choose the class. Then, select the name of the sibling. Indicate the relationship. Click on Save. Close the pop-up window and then click on Save on the main page to update student info. Thank you for your attention. Let us move on to how to enter a legal guardian. The legal guardian data entry feature allows you to record the names and contact of the guardians of a student and append the ward accordingly. To add a legal guardian, move the mouse over to the Data Entry tab, locate Legal Guardian and then click on Add Legal Guardian. A page opens. The application enables you to save 3 legal guardians for each ward, and append the name of the ward at the 4th stage. However, if a ward has less than 3 legal guardians, simply record the number of legal guardians he or she has. Let us begin with the first form, which is labeled 1. Upload an image of the first legal guardian. The uploaded image should be displayed on the page. Select his or her title. Then, type in the first name of the legal guardian and his or her last name. Then, indicate the relationship between the guardian and the student. In this tutorial, I used the father of the student as the first legal guardian, so I selected father as relationship. If the guardian has other names, type it here. Then, select the profession of the guardian. Data in the profession drop-down was set up under profession of the P2R setup. Next, type in the email address of the guardian. And then, his or her place of work. I used associate consultants as my example in this tutorial. Next, indicate his or her primary phone number. Then, his or her secondary phone number. The primary and secondary phone numbers are means of contacting the legal guardian whenever necessary. Then, type in his or her address. If you would like to record any extra notes about this particular guardian, you should type it here, in the notes column. Then, click on the Continue button to record the second legal guardian of the ward. Click on Choose Image or Browse to select and upload the image of the second legal guardian. The uploaded image should be seen on the page. Next, indicate the title of the guardian, his or her first name, the last name. If the guardian has other names, type it in the Other Names column. Indicate the relationship he or she has with the student. I selected mother as the second legal guardian. Indicate the profession of the legal guardian. Type in her email address. Next, type in his or her place of work. Type in the primary and secondary phone numbers of the guardian. Type the address of the legal guardian. If there are any extra notes you would like to add to the guardian, type it in the Notes column. Then, click on Continue to move to the third and final guardian. Repeat the steps taken in recording Legal Guardian 1 and Legal Guardian 2. Upload an image of the guardian. Indicate his or her title and type the names of the guardian. Then select the relationship he or she has with the student. For the final legal guardian, I used the grandfather of the child. Indicate his profession. Then, email address. Type in his or her place of work. And then, record his primary and secondary phone numbers. Type his address. Then, click on Continue to move to the last part of the legal guardian data entry. Here, we will append the respective student to his or her legal guardian or guardians. Select the class the student is in. Then select the name of the student. In this tutorial, I selected Sanahabina Kobia as the student to be appended to these three legal guardians. Click on the Append button. And the student name selected should be seen on the right side of the screen. Finally, click on Save to save all entries made in the Legal Guardian Data Entry feature. Next, is the Assign Subjects feature. The Assign Subject feature enables you assign subjects that will be taught to students in the term to specific teachers. To assign a subject, locate Assign Subjects under the Data Entry tab. Then, click on Assign Subjects on the side menu. A page opens. Select the academic year, the term in which the subjects will be taught, the class, and then, select the teacher that will be handling the subjects. Data in this drop-down are from the staff info recorded under data entry. In this tutorial I am going to assign subjects to a teacher by name Akufo Esther. Lastly, in the table below is a list of subjects that are being taught. These subjects were recorded in subjects under setup S to V. Select the subjects that will be assigned to the teacher by clicking on the box by the subject name. Then, click on the Assign button to assign the subjects successfully. To view the assigned subjects, locate Assigned Subjects under Data Entry and then click on View Assigned Subjects. A page opens. Select the academic year and the term in which you assign the subjects. Then click on the Load button. A table will be displayed showing the staff and class. Click on the arrow in the right corner of the table to expand the column to enable you see the subjects that have been assigned to the teacher. You can delete a record whenever necessary. Thank you for your attention. The next feature is Assign Classes. The Assign Classes feature is to help assign a class to a specific teacher. To assign a class, click on the Data Entry tab, locate Assign Classes, then click Assign Classes on the side menu. A page opens. Select the academic year, the term, and select the name of the teacher who is going to be assigned a class. In this tutorial I used Mavis as my example. Next, select the class the teacher will be taking from the list in the table below. Classes here are from the level/classes set up under L to N. Click on the box by the name of the class to select a class. Then, click on the Assign button to assign classes successfully. To view an assigned class, click on Assigned Classes under Data Entry. Then, click on View Assigned Classes. A page opens. Select the academic year and the term. Then, click on Load. A table will be displayed. Click on the arrow in the left corner to expand a column to view assigned classes. You can delete a record by clicking on the trash icon in the top left corner of the table. If you are certain on deleting, click OK. The record should no longer be displayed in the table. Thank you for your attention. Next, is the class attendance feature. Class attendance is an important part of the academic process. The eSchool Manager allows you to record the daily attendance of students using the class attendance feature under Data Entry. To record a class attendance, locate class attendance under the Data Entry tab. Then, click on Add Attendance on the side menu. A page opens. Select the class whose attendance is going to be marked. I selected Class 1A in this tutorial. Indicate the date on which the attendance is been taken. A list of all students in the class selected is displayed below. If a whole class was present, simply click on the box by student ID and student name to mark all students of the class as present. Otherwise, select individual names that were present to record the attendance. Then click on Mark as Present to record the attendance. Click on the Save button to successfully save the attendance marked. If you wish to cancel an attendance, click on the Cancel button. You can view an attendance marked by clicking on View Attendance under Class Attendance. A page opens. Select the class and the date on which the attendance was marked. Then, click on Load Attendance. A table is displayed below. Click on the arrow in the left corner of the table to expand the column. All students that were marked present will be displayed. Thank you for your attention. Let's move on to class level percentage. The class level percentage enables you to set up percentage combinations for class and exam scores. It helps you to define the percentage of marks or scores that contribute to the overall score obtained at the end of an exam or test. For instance, a school can decide to allocate 30% slot for all homeworks and class assignments for all students at the JHS level. This means that, exams written at the end of the term would contribute to 70% of the total marks in order to achieve the 100% mark. Once this is done, the software tends to calculate 30% of all homeworks and assignments and 70% of all exam scores for all students in that particular level. To set up a class level percentage, locate class level percentage under data entry and click on Add Level Percentage. A page opens. Select the academic year you are setting the class level percentage for. In this tutorial, I used 2019/2020. Select the term. The level. I selected lower primary. Type the score you would want to allocate for examination. I used 70% in this tutorial. You can also use the scroll button on the right to put in the figure. Next, allocate the total marks for class assignments and homeworks. I used 30% in this tutorial. Then click on Save to save the class level percentage. The newly added class level percentage will be displayed in the table below. To view class level percentages that have been set up, locate class level percentage under data entry and click on View Level Percentage. A page opens, showing a table of class level percentages that have been set up. You can delete a record by clicking on the record and then clicking on the delete icon. The deleted record will no longer be displayed on the table. Thank you for your attention. Next, is the feature called Excursions. As part of learning activities, schools usually embark on excursions. The excursion feature under data entry enables you to record and track all excursions that the school embarks on. To add an excursion, locate Excursions under the Data Entry tab. Then, click on Add Excursion. A page opens. The page has three sections: the main info, the participants, and the officials. We will begin with the main info. Here you will record details on the excursion that concern departure and return. Indicate the date on which students will leave for the excursion. I used May 1st, 2019 in this tutorial. Indicate the departure time. The pickup point. I used school premises in this tutorial. Next, type excursion destination. I used Accra Zoo. On the second part of main info, indicate when the students will return from the excursion and the specific time they should get back. Then click on Save and continue to move to the next section. In the Participants section, you will indicate which students or classes are embarking on this excursion. Select the class or students and append. I selected all students of Class 2A. The appended students will be displayed on the right side of your screen. Click on Save and continue to move to the last part of the form. In the Officials section, indicate the names of the staff who will accompany the students for this excursion. I selected O'Kine McDonald. Finally, click on Save to save all entries. To view all excursions recorded, locate Excursions under the Data Entry tab and click on Excursion History. A page opens, showing a table of excursions that have been recorded. To delete a record, click on the record to highlight it, and then click on the delete icon in the top left corner of the table. If you are certain of deleting, click OK. The record should no longer be displayed in the table. Thank you for your attention.